What's up, everybody? Welcome to Surviving Rocklahoma. Your official podcast of Rocklahoma. I am your host, formerly known as the Lux that rocks your cyborg to die for. And we are back for another week talking about what is going on in the local music scene, or as I like to call it, the rock community, which is more than just Rocklahoma. It is rural Oklahoma and encompasses so much and so much music. And to prove my point, we're going to throw a debut at you tonight from none other than Groucho, a band that we featured multiple times over the years. And we will also be checking in with one of our good friends, the Normandys, as they have a new EP out there going. And there's an amazing track on there. Absolutely love it. And we've also got a submission from the Rock Box. And it's a new band that we've never featured before, so I can't wait for you guys to get a taste of them. Going into the comments right now, let's see what's going on. I see. Holy smokes. Our good friend, the Flamingo, aka Justin Hoppy, is actually on time tonight. He hoppied on into the comments, and it's almost like he's hunting for something. Well, I tell you what, we do have some developments on the scavenger hunt that are taking place right now. We should have some announcements coming fairly soon. I see the Grinchy is in there as well as my co-hostess with the mostest, Christy Gross, of the 12th annual Camp Mardi Gras Masquerade after party this year. Guns out, Harley, BB guns, the little pea shooters, but I tell you, it is freaking hot out there. And normally I throw on a nice t-shirt to represent a brand, but you know what? I figure what the hell, Born and Raised is also one of the festivals that we happily cover. So we'll represent that while I'm not sweating like guilty or something. Badass Lori Browse is in the comments. What's up, Lori? And all right. Yes, the Grinchy's got a shot of Fireball for me. I tell you what, we are going to have a cheers here in a little bit. What's up, Alan, in the comments? Danny, I see you in there. Going to have to hide from the scavenger hunt, LOL. What is up, my neighbors in the comments? What's up, Tawny? All right, y'all. So before we get into the show, let's go ahead and do like we do every week and thank all of the folks who help pay the bills around here. And one of those folks are one of our longest running sponsors and proud Rocklahoma partner, DEB Concerts, who answers the question, what do you want to do with your life? I want to rock! And Rocky will be doing inside of the Roadhouse on the DEB concert stage at Rocklahoma. Man, we have got some amazing bands that are going to be playing inside of the inside the Roadhouse in the DEB concert stage, including some of our local favorites, 7 Foot Monkey, who will also be making their debut this year. She Hates Me Not, as well as Circus and the Normandys. And we're going to give you a taste of the Normandys here in a little bit. But congratulations to all of those locals for making that Rocklahoma lineup. And thank you, Doug, for everything you do for the music community. We also want to thank another proud Rocklahoma partner who has been powering the broadcast around here for several years, and he's also the man behind the Pooh Crew, the folks that allow us to squat in confidence in those festival campgrounds as the only place I know of where you can get your own portable restroom at a music festival. I'm talking about At Your Service Rentals, where you can get your own portable restroom for your campsite. You can even get you a swimming pool that you get to keep, and they'll fill it with nice, clean, cool water, help you beat that Labor Day heat. And if it is anything like the current forecast, it is going to be sweltering, so you're going to want those swimming pools, y'all. And definitely want to head on over to aysrentals.com so you can reserve your services now. You don't want to be stuck out in the dark like that guy looking for a place to squat. What are you doing over there, buddy?
Dinner was full!
He didn't call. At Your Service Rentals. You know what? We also want to give a shout out to another Rocklahoma partner and one of our proud sponsors. But I tell you what, why don't we let them do it?
It's the Rocklahoma Bitches Show at the Shrine, Tulsa, August 22nd, 2026, with DJ Queen Justine. Full Blood Production presents Matt Farrell and a 2026 Rocklahoma performer, Circus.
And it is going to be an amazing event at the venue Shrine. There's going to be a lot of representatives from those Rocklahoma camps as well. So if you are one of the folks that like to organize and go all out for those events, and you're wanting to let people know where to go during Rocklahoma, this will be a great time for you to come out and represent your camp. You can also, if you've got some of that swag that you like to throw out and give away, I tell you what, this will be a great time to represent your camp. Camp Mardi Gras will be there, as well as Surviving Rocklahoma as well. And I have it on good authority that Angel will be there as well. So we can't wait to see our proud partner, Rebellious Photography, and she has been covering the local music scene for many years, and she linked up with us about 5 years ago, and we are showing no signs of slowing down. Now, she rebranded a short time ago as Rebellious Photography. So make sure you guys go on, check out her new Facebook page, Rebellious Photography, and hit that follow button. That is where you will be finding all of those photos from Rocklahoma this year. And I have it good on authority that those Music is Medicine photos should be dropping any day now as well. So you guys make sure that you go check out Rebellious Photography, and remember, tag your friends, tag yourself, but always make sure you tag your photographer. We also want to thank the Big Old Bus for bringing a busload of debauchery to a Rocklahoma near you, as that will be the next festival where you will be able to find the Big Old Bus, and you should see the advancements that they have made to the bus this past year. The Licka Daddy of Pryor, Oklahoma, and the Licka Mama, and even the Licka Baby 2 out there. We want to give a huge thank you to all the fine folks at Pryor Liquor, Wines, and Spirits. We can't wait to see what they've got going on and what is going to be going on with the bus this year, as they have announced actually their schedule of events, and it is going to be themes going every day, Rocklahoma week. And you cannot miss the Big Old Bus. So make sure that you stop by and give them some love. I see. Yes, they're in the house. Nice. Big Old Bus is in the house. I see y'all in there in the comments. I also see who else we got in there. We got... Yes. Man, so glad to see everybody in there. And look remember, folks, we are streaming across platforms, and so we invite, no matter where you are tuning into the show, hop into the comments. We would love to have you as part of the conversation. We absolutely love hanging out with all of you fine folks. And as we move on to our last couple of sponsors before we get this show underway, we also want to remind everybody that you can get your official Surviving Rocklahoma t-shirts courtesy of Tannenbaum Graphics, and that's where you can get the newest designs of this year. And we are so proud to have our store hosted on Tannenbaum Graphics. That's also where you can get your limited edition Rebellious photography t-shirt, and also where you can get your Camp Mardi Gras t-shirts as well. Remember, folks, it never hurts to buy the shirt. And just like you do with all of those bands, it helps support the show. We also want to thank all of the folks at Prior Liquor Wines and Spirits. And I actually, let me get the graphic up there. I totally forgot, but they did announce last week that the American Legion there in Prior is doing mowing of your campsite. Let me get that up here so that we can, there it is. It's through the American Legion, so it's $25 to mow your campsite. Now, they already mow your campsite, but this will get it down to a shorter length. So for those of you who like a nice trim lawn,
giggity.
Whether a local or a rock regular, this is a great way to support and show up to a fresh cut site. Reservations are open now until September 3rd. Mowing will be completed by September 3rd at dusk. All funds will go toward supporting the local American Legion of Prior. Don't wait. These will go fast. And thank you again to the American Legion, and thanks to Monty for putting that across our desk. Thank you so much. And with that being said, y'all, on behalf, before we do that, remember, we like to kick off every show by cracking open a cold one. So whatever you guys are sipping on or puffing on behalf of all of our sponsors and the fine folks at Prior Liquor Wines and Spirits, cheers, everybody. There you go. Yeah, I knew the manicured lawn would get you guys going. Nothing gets a chat group going like talking about great landscaping. So, how was y'all's weekend? Now, it has been extremely hot lately, and there's just not much you can do to beat the summer heat unless you live here in Tahlequah or you want to drive to Tahlequah. One of my favorite things to do is to head down to the Illinois River, and that's what we did this past weekend. And there wasn't, I needed to get some stuff done, but man, it was just too dang hot. But we were so glad to go and have a nice, relaxing float trip with the family and help, gauge what all we're going to be needing for this next week when we will be going to the Terp Float Festival at Diamond Head Resort here in Tahlequah. Now, we're going to be out there on the vendor row we will be representing the podcast, but the wife will also be there with her Just One More Bead jewelry. So any of you ladies who want to get some of those beaded jewelry and such, she will be out there. We will also be giving away, or I think we're actually going to do a raffle. So we'll have chances for you to win Rocklahoma and Born and Raised passes. So you definitely want to swing by the vendor booth at the Turp Float Festival next week. Now, speaking of next week, we were going to go ahead and launch the new show this week, but something came up, and so the day that I actually wanted to launch the show, I can't do it. So we are going to launch the new show next week, and that was one of the things I've been mulling over all weekend. So that time out there on the river, it gave me some time to think, and I went ahead and I've made the decision, and I have decided on a name for the new show that is going to be an addition to Surviving Rocklahoma. This one is going to be going and catering more towards the country crowd, and those of us with a little southern roots. Now, me, I grew up on 90s country, so Red Dirt has very much, in my opinion, been going back to the roots of what I actually enjoyed back in the days of listening to country music before I got really heavy into rock and roll. So with that in mind, we are going to be covering pretty much all of the country scene in northeastern Oklahoma. We're also going to be checking in from more local businesses, such as some of the places on the river, some local eateries, and doing more things around here in Tahlequah as we have more of a scene for that type of demographic. And this one will actually be a noon show. So it is going to be a midday show, and it's going to be Wednesdays at noon. And we will be having our first episode next Wednesday, and we have decided, and it will be called Route 918. And Route 918 will once again be covering everything in the 918 area code. And we've got a lot of guests already lined up. We've got some local musicians that have been asking us to play their music, but I wanted to get the proper audience, and I don't really know how well country goes over with this show, because you guys like that heavy stuff. So some of you, we're going to keep, some of you all like to keep your country and your rock separate, so we're going to do that for a while, and we are also going to be using that as a platform as we cover Born and Raised Music Festival taking place a couple of weeks after Rocklahoma. But let's see, what else did we do? We also have been getting some new gear in as we prepare for Rocklahoma. So we want to give a huge thank you to one of two of our first sponsors of the new broadcast, alongside, one of the newest sponsors of the new show, At Your Service Rentals. And when you see us at the radio booth at Rocklahoma and at Born and Raised, just wait till you see our operation. And we owe a lot of that to At Your Service Rentals. So thank you so much to Brett and the Pooh crew as we have been developing our field kit, as we're going to be checking in and doing more stuff from the campgrounds this year at Rocklahoma and at Born and Raised. Now, we also want to thank the redneck bitches, the alter ego of our Rocklahoma bitches, and a huge shout out to Christy and Kendra. And thank you so much for believing in the new show that we hadn't even named at that point, and we haven't even had an episode yet, but we've already got some really cool things lined up. So set your calendars. Next Wednesday at noon will be the first episode of the Route 918 podcast, and it will be a live show just like Surviving Rocklahoma. And if you know any of those country artists or local country singers, or you are one, make sure that you shoot us an email, survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com. We will have a new email set up and website for all of that as well. All right. So, and, I think it is time for us to go ahead and break into some music, actually. Now, this one, we are going to start things out, things a little more on the mellow side this stream, and I'm super excited about this one. Now, this band sent me an email a couple of weeks ago, and I'm just now able to get them into the mix. And they've got a new single that just came out recently, and it is actually part one of 3 that are going to be coming out over the next few months. And this is going to be an epic experience for you all. And this is just the first step. And the second one will be coming out here in a couple of weeks. And I absolutely love these guys. And I love the concept of this new single. This is Groucho with "The End Is Always Near."
There's always sick few convinced they own you. Imagine their surprise when we burn it all down. Only when I'm an eternal soul. This cage is made for me alone. Someone
And that was the new debut of The End Is Always Near by the band Groucho studio audience. Yes. Absolutely love them. Make sure you check them out on all of the streaming platforms. Look them up on Facebook. Give them a follow and tell them how much you love that new video and how much you can't wait for the next one. Part 2 is coming in a couple of weeks, around the first or second week of August. I can't wait. And we're going to be bringing you that video here as well. So make sure you go give some love to Groucho. Now, in addition, we talk about a lot of things here on the podcast. One of our favorite things, of course, to talk about is Rocklahoma. I mean, we named the show after it, and man, we got a lot of stuff that we do at Rocklahoma, and it's not because we have to, it's just because we are that much of an addict for being a part of community events, and we have so many amazing organizers that are so generous and ask us to be a part of them, and I just can't say no. So we've got a lot of things going on, and one of those I don't talk about it a lot because it's not something that we market, but it is something that we do want there to be a lot of awareness so that we can have as many folks joining us and being a part of it as possible. So, of course, I'm talking about the Saturday morning tradition of the annual Naughty Mile, which is a memorial walk in the spirit of undie runs, where basically people strip down to your skivvies or your favorite costume, and basically you just be you. Let everything all hang out. Rock the dad bod, y'all, and you are perfect no matter what, how you look or what afflictions you may have. However your body is, that's part of it. And that's what it's all about. We celebrate who we are, and we also walk in remembrance of our rock family and friends that can't be with us, that are no longer with us. And everybody's invited to print out your pictures or make you a sign and bring that likeness of your loved ones with you as we walk across the campgrounds, from starting at Camp Corruption and then ending up at Camp Red Baron et al., where we end up fairly close to the general admission gate, and we can all go in there as a group at noon. So we usually leave around 11 a.m. That's something that I absolutely love being a part of. Now, we also are part of the Rocklahoma Campgrounds Map. Now, that is something that we've been working on for several years, and actually the spouse of the map maker that I actually carried the torch for after he moved on to do other things, we grew that and to encompass the entire campgrounds. But Katie's in the comments, so give a lot of love to Katie and to Brian Beck, aka the map maker, as he was one of the pioneers of the Rocklahoma Campgrounds map. There wouldn't be a map if it wasn't for him. So I took over that for a while, and then I'll be honest with you, I got so busy with all of these other things that we've got going on between the podcast and all the other things. So we brought in Darren Pilkington, and Darren has been keeping the map up to date for us in the last couple of years. So when I tell you it's not one person who does the map, I tell you it is something that has been passed down, and multiple people has been a part of it. And so, huge thank you to all of you for being listed on the Rocklahoma Campgrounds map. You can find that map at www.survivingrocklahoma.com and click on the Rocklahoma Survival Guide. That'll take you to the page where you can find the campground map, and you can get other information as well and find out where all of the parties and all the events are, because that is really the main goal of the map in the first place, is so that no one feels like a stranger, that anybody can show up, pull that thing up and say, you know what? I want to party with those people. And then you know where to go. And so you're not stuck out there looking for somebody to hang out with. You know exactly where the crowds are going to be. And if you want something really mild, you can go and hang out and have a sit around and just enjoy each other's company. Or there's even sober campsites out there for those of you who don't drink and you prefer not to be around people who are imbibing on alcoholic beverages. Well, there's also sober camps out there as well. Or if you're just looking for the wild stuff that you don't find anywhere else. You're also looking for the wild stuff that you're not going to find anywhere else. Well, we'll tell you where those things are at too. So that's what the Rocklahoma map is all about, folks. And we appreciate all of you guys for being a part of it. And we also want to remind you all that there is a best campsite contest that we've been doing since, I want to say, 2016. It might be 2018. I can't quite remember, but we've been doing it for many, many years, and this is something we do through the map. You can also vote the week of Rocklahoma on that website, or you can go ahead and put in and have yourself nominated for that campsite contest. But it's all in fun. It's a competition, but it's all bragging rights. We don't have a cash prize. We do want to give a huge thank you to to Prior Liquor Wines and Spirits for donating those trophies the last several years. We want to appreciate all of you guys for keeping it fun, not, taking it too seriously. It's just for bragging rights. Now, there's also another best campsite contest that is done by our great friends, the Rocklahoma Bitches, as part of their partnership with Rocklahoma. And that one, I believe, has judges. So there's multiple contests going on out there. So if you don't win on one, there's always the other. So, variety's the spice of life. So have fun. Go, decorate your campsite. If you've got a group of friends and you all like to party a specific way, that's the beauty of it, because you guys can get together, do your campsite all up, and have just a blast. And then whenever you feel like going on an adventure, you can go wander off and party. That's all about what we originally launched Camp Mardi Gras several years ago for just that very reason, because Christy had a thing for Mardi Gras and Mardi Gras themes, and we are both extra AF. So we said, you know what, let's just have a bunch of friends together, have a bunch of friends come over and party and hang out. We'll do up a big old Mardi Gras theme. We'll even do a masquerade theme, and we'll do costume contests and have prizes. And last year we had a Jenga contest. Thank you, Joe. And it was an absolute blast. So we hope everybody comes and hangs out with us September 4th. That's Friday of Rocklahoma, and it'll be after the headliner. Now, there's also, if you're looking for something a little bit more wild, our good friend Kat West at Camp Discombobulated has been doing an oil wrestling contest at their camp for looks like 5 years now. They got prizes for winners. You got to be 21 and up to wrestle, but you can go and watch And it's a sight to be seen. That is absolutely for sure. And yeah, absolutely a blast. And you know, the big old bus is going to be having their stuff going on as well. So, but yeah, that's what we've got going on this year for Rocklahoma. We got to talk about it because, you know, we are only 6 weeks away, 40 days away from Labor Day, and we will all be in Pryor, Oklahoma. So make sure that you are using all of these festivals as practice for Rocklahoma. At least that's what we're doing. We're getting all of the camping gear ready. We're getting ready for Turf Float Festival next week at Diamond Head Resort. So we got the tent out. We've got all of our camping gear out. I'm getting the field equipment. So we're going to be getting some great content from the festival. So and make sure that you get those generators serviced. Going back into the comments, if I ever stick around for your party, I'd win best dressed. Yes, you would, Grinchy. Greg Stevens is in there. What's up, Greg? Just do Camp Normandys. It's just old dudes going to bed at 10 p.m. Well, when you guys rock the way you guys rock, I think you guys earned an early bedtime. But, you know, speaking of the Normandys, we have followed these guys for many years, and they were actually in the media tent the first year that I worked media at Rocklahoma, and they were such good dudes, and we've stayed in touch over the years, become good friends. They've always put out great music, and by far one of my favorite punk bands, bar none. And I am so excited to say that the Normandys are coming back to Rocklahoma. And I tell you all what, let's give you guys a taste of their new a song off of their newest EP. They've got a whole EP out there. Make sure you go check it out on the social platforms. Look them up on Facebook, the Normandys. And this is one of the tracks from that new EP they've got out. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Crash Cart Blues.
Alcohol.
ladies and gentlemen, yes. Absolutely love the Normandys. I haven't heard a song from them that I didn't absolutely jam out. So make sure you give them a lot of love on all of the social media platforms, and make sure that you are at the DEB concert stage inside of the Roadhouse when they play at Rocklahoma 2026. And I will be there. I can't wait to see the rest of you all there supporting local music at our favorite festival. You know, we also talk whenever we go live every week. We like to cover the upcoming events in a little segment that we like to call the ROK Report. Now, we've got a couple of things coming up. As you guys know, our next event that we're going to be at is the Turf Float Festival. I've mentioned it a few times this week. It will be next week at Diamond Head Resort. If you are a cannabis user, it is going to be a very groovy place, I promise. But I brought my kids last year and they had fun as well. So we will be out there with our vendor booth, and we will also be floating with all of you as well. And I absolutely love the music out there. It's a very laid back, chill vibe. How can you not be with a bunch of stoners, right? After that, of course, this is a new one that was just put on my radar this past week, and that is the Marshall Rock Radio Fest. This is going to be going on in Shawnee, Oklahoma, at the Ritz, featuring Aquafire, 19 Never, Rotten Cotton Candy, Beggar's Whiskey, and Grudge Finger. This is a low-dose show, guys. Only $10 to get in. Hosted by Jamie Lynn and Tony the Meat Man. That's going to be August 15th. Doors at 6:30. Show is at 7. And I don't think we've got anything going on this weekend. So I do think I might want to be heading down to the Ritz. But I tell you what, guys, check them out on Facebook, and make sure you give a lot of love to several of these bands are regulars on the show. A lot of love to Aquafire and 19 Never and Beggar's Whiskey. And you never know, we might be bringing you all some Rotten Cotton Candy or Grudge Finger. Add that to the things I never thought I'd say. Also, after that, August 22nd, it's going to be a Rocklahoma pre-party with the Rocklahoma Bitches. It's the Rocklahoma Bitches show at the venue Shrine.
It's the Rocklahoma Bitches show at the Shrine, Tulsa, August 22nd, 2026, with DJ Queen Justine. Full Blood Production presents Matt Farrell and a 2026 Rocklahoma performer, Circus.
And we will be there, as well as a lot of representatives from many of the Rocklahoma camps. So we hope to see everyone at the venue Shrine August 22nd. Now, we already know what's going on after that. That is the official Rocklahoma 20. Now, yes, it is 20. There was 20 Rocklahomas that were produced, even though one of them unfortunately got canceled. They got COVID, but it still counts. So Friday we got Godsmack, Stone Temple Pilots, Hollywood Undead, Yellow Wolf, Jet. I haven't seen them before. That's on my bucket list. Crossfade, Buck Cherry's always awesome show. Slaughter. And that's also when Tim Montana is going to be playing. We invite everybody to check out our YouTube channel, as we recently spoke with Tim Montana, and can't wait to link up with him. The band that you just watched, the Normandys, as well as Circus. Saturday, we got Papa Roach, Cypress Hill, Dropkick Murphys, and Living Color, although no CM Punk will be there. We've also got Effin' Slayer on Sunday, Black Label Society, ICP. That's one I am so over the moon. I'm going to be doing my best to use every bit of the credentials I've amassed just to get close to those guys. Ugly Kid Joe and the daughter of legendary Michael Jackson, Paris Jackson, is going to be there. Let's not forget 7 Foot Monkey will also be playing Saturday. Now, Thursday night showdown or throwdown the night before the official start of Rocklahoma, the pre-party featuring Plush, Ozolution, She Hates Me Not, and Jump. So excited, man. I can't wait for Rocklahoma. And you know, we will be there representing the new show at Born and Raised Country Music Festival. And we are going to be bringing you many interviews. We have already started sending out our requests, and we've got a couple of confirmations, and I can't wait for you guys to see who we are going to be getting to sit down with and who we are going to be interacting with. But between the two festivals, we have got not one, but 2 scavenger hunts that we have been doing over the years. And the grand prizes at each of those festivals are guitars that we get signed by all of the artists that we interact with. And we want to give a huge shout out to the Flamingo, David, the George Washington, aka the Founding Flockers, for all of their assistance in everything that they've done with the scavenger hunt. And we are so glad to be a part of that. Alrighty, folks. Now, after that, we've also got the ROK the Equinox. And as we were saying last week, we did get a replacement band on there, Dreadful Day. And that is the free event in Stigler, Oklahoma. Family-friendly show, folks. $5 to camp. But we got a freaking lake out there and lots of vendors, live music, food trucks. And I don't know about y'all, but I have a tradition. I like to get the kayak out there first thing on Saturday morning and have myself a wake and a bake on the lake. But that's just me. Y'all do however y'all want to do. But we hope to see all of you guys at ROK the Equinox, number 11. Now, we've got one more song to play for you all, and this one is from the Rock Box, and they sent us an email, and they said they absolutely loved. They caught the live stream, and they love what we do, and they would love to get their band heard by our audience. And you know what? I said, well, absolutely. You did exactly what we ask everybody to do. If you would like your music featured here on the podcast, all you got to do is rock the box. Shoot us an email, survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com, just like this band. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Scorched by the Light by Tyrannical Deception.
With a
up, Wholesome City? Make some goddamn noise! Thank you.
Studio audience. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Tyrannical Deception, and they rocked the box. They sent that to survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com, and we invite you to do the same thing. If you've got a band out there that you would like featured on Surviving Rocklahoma, it's easy. Just shoot us an email. Now, that's not limited just to bands. Fans as well. Do you have a story? Do you have a review? Do you have something that you would like to share with the show? Well, shoot us an email. We'd like to feature your stories and what makes this music scene so great and what make it so special to you. And we'd like to share that with our audience, either here on the show or on the Facebook or even on the website. You never know. We also invite all of our warriors to do the same thing, our men and women of the armed forces, our first responders, and our veterans. We would love to honor your service. Send us your service photos to survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com. It doesn't matter how you consume the content, folks. Make sure that you hit that like and follow and subscribe button, not only for us on the podcast, but all of our musical artists as well. That's what we're all about. Loud, local, and live, and we support local music. Now, we also want to thank all of you folks for donating those stars. Those stars help support the show, and we honor your contributions by taking the top stars senders each week and qualifying them for a giveaway that we do at the end of the month. So the top star sender each month will be, each week will be entered to win that drawing. Now, or if you don't want to send stars, you can also subscribe to the Facebook page, $4.99, cancel anytime, and you will also be entered for those drawings as well. Now, remember, this contest, it is no purchase necessary. Now, by supporting the show, that does help your odds, but I tell you what, we do like to give everybody a chance to win those tickets. And at the end of the month, we will be giving away Rocklahoma passes. Once again, we will be giving away general admission Rocklahoma passes. It'll be given away here actually in a couple of weeks. So I tell you what, we're going to give you all a chance, because I haven't played with my balls this episode, so I think it is time for the balls of bounty. What do you all think? It is time to go ahead and qualify somebody for that monthly drawing, and I have a feeling that it may be not just be Rocklahoma passes, but I think you might actually have a little something extra in this month's giveaway. You can see the gremlins are here. Try. All right, so here we go. Let's make sure she didn't step on any keyboard here. All right, so let's do the hashtag balls of bounty. Hashtag balls of bounty, and you guys can go ahead and drop them in the comments. And while you are doing that, we're going to go ahead and thank our sponsors. Of course, our first up is going to be DEB Concerts, who answers the question, what do you want to do with your life?
I wanna rock!
And Rocky will be doing Inside the Roadhouse on the DEB Concert stage. Make sure that you go check them out, and you guys are extra loud anytime you are catching a band inside of that tent, so that we show up loud and proud. Now, we also want to thank At Your Service Rentals for putting up with all of our shit. And you can get your own portable restroom and a swimming pool for Rocklahoma and Born and Raised as well. Don't get stuck out in the dark like that guy over there.
Dinner was full!
Yeah, he didn't call At Your Service Rentals. We also want to remind everybody to join us at the Venue Shrine for the Rocklahoma Bitches Show. And we want to give a shout out to our proud partner, Rebellious Photography.
With a rebel, yeah, she cried more.
Make sure that you follow, like and follow Rebellious Photography on Facebook. And we also want to thank the Big Old Bus for bringing a busload of debauchery to a festival near you. We also want to thank Rockavet, who has been, it has been their mission for over 7 years now to get those passes and festival tickets to our veterans, because they believe music is medicine, and that is their mission, to get that medicine to our veterans. And we thank Rockavet for everything that they've done, not only for our service personnel, but for us here at the podcast as well. Make sure you check out rockavet.org. And we also want to remind everybody to get your t-shirts, folks. Get your shirts. Represent the pods that rocks your bod. Tannenbaum Graphics. The link is in the description of this video. And with that being said, let's go ahead. Before we conclude this broadcast, let's pick us a winner as we pull out a lucky number out of the bag of balls I've got here. The balls, the old ball sack. Mix them up here. What? Let's see this. I think I'm training her. She'll get over here and she'll start. I guess that's kind of weird if the cat's after your balls, right? We got, all right, number 2. So one of our first ones to it was Mindy Brome. Mindy Brome. You are our qualifier this week for our monthly drawing, and we will add you into the list. And congratulations and good luck on winning those tickets. So, you know what? We're going to join, everybody join me and all of the fine folks at Prior Liquor Wines and Spirits in congratulating our newest qualifier for the Rocklahoma monthly drawing here in a couple of weeks. And let's have a cheers to all of you as well. So on behalf of Prior Liquor Wines and Spirits, cheers, everybody. All righty. Well, that does it for us, folks. We've came, we've rocked, and we drink. And I think that'll do, pig. You know what? I tell you what, it is. There's a lot of hate out there, y'all. So do me a favor, stay on the positive side of life. And until next time, rock on.